Hi everybody, Marco Carvalho here from businesscreditbuilders.org. Today's video we're going to talk about how to get a fuel card for truckers. Now the good news first is if you're not a trucker, or let's say you have a rideshare business, can you get these fuel cards we're going to share with you in this video? And the answer is yes. As long as your vehicle runs on diesel fuel, then you can apply for one of these fuel cards. This particular fuel card that we're going to share with you, there's actually 3 types offered by the same company, will help you build business credit. It reports to Dun & Bradstreet. In the video, we're going to share with you if you're using a credit card right now, how does it benefit if you move that over to a fuel card? We're going to share with you also you can double dip with a credit card if you're using that right now to pay for your fuel, how you can double dip and benefit using your card and a fuel card together. All right, so let's get started. The company is called RTS. We've done a video on this company about their factoring services. You can watch that video right here if you want to know about factoring for your trucking business. In this video, we're going to talk about their fuel programs that they offer. They have 3 types of fuel programs. They have the RTS self-funded fuel card. They have the RTS Fleet One fuel card, and they have the RTS Mixed Fleet fuel card. So those are the 3 types of fuel cards we're going to talk about in this video and how you can apply. Now you go to truckingcard.com is the website you're going to want to go to. That's going to take you to our branded page with RTS right here. And it's a real simple form you fill out. So when you go to that site and fill that out to apply for a fuel card, Jay over at RTS is going to help you and decide which particular fuel card will be best based on your business, your trucking business, how many trucks, if you have a single truck, if you're an owner-operator, small business, no problem, that's great, that's what they look for. Remember, if you're not a trucker, as long as you have a diesel, a car and diesel that uses diesel fuel, you can apply for this. If you're a rideshare business, you have diesel, that's good too, you can apply. All right, so let's talk about the self-funded fuel card. Benefits of this particular card, and the name itself says it's self-funded, so it's a very simple application. There's no credit check whatsoever, no banking information they're going to look at. There's no setup fee for you, and you can save an average of 45 to 60 cents per gallon on your diesel fuel. This will help you build business credit because this self-funded fuel card reports to Dun & Bradstreet. And as you know, one of the 3 major business credit bureaus is Dun & Bradstreet. So when you apply for this particular card, this will report as a trade line to D&B. Now the highlights for this is you can double dip with credit card points and fuel discounts. I'm going to share with you a chart on the next slide of an example of using your credit card while also self-funding this card for fuel. You can load the card using a credit card or a debit card. If you use a debit card, there's no load fee at all. If you use a credit card, there's a small minimal fee to load the card. You can save at 2,300 plus fuel stations with this card. And what's exciting about this is once you get the self-funded card, then Jay will work with you on getting your Pilot Flying J unlimited line of credit. That's another card that you can use. It's actual line of credit at the Pilot Flying J fuel stations. Okay, so you also can get a line of credit with your self-funded fuel card. And of course, they have factoring services. That's optional for you, but that's available to you. Talk about the self-funded fuel card, the double dip example I told you about. In this example, I'm going to share with you if you have a Spark Business Capital One card. Right now they offer 2% cash back when you use this card on purchases. So let's say you have this card, and this card reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. You want to use this card. Let's say you get the self-funded fuel card with RTS, and you want to load funds onto this card. So you can use your credit card, load the funds on your card, and you're going to save some money, 45 to 60 cents per gallon, and this is going to also build your D&B report. This example, we're going to share with you using the Spark Business Cash Card to load your RTS Fleet Fuel Card. Now, if you're simply just using your card right now, your Spark Business Cash Card to fuel your truck, you're getting cashback rewards. In this example, we're using $4.07 per gallon for diesel. So let's say you're using 1,500 gallons a month on this card. You're getting 2% cash back, which means you're getting $122.10 a month every month for using this card to fuel your truck. That's $1,465 a year you're getting in cash back only. But instead of using that card at the pump, let's say you use that same amount of money, but now you're moving those funds over to your RTS Fleet Fuel Card, your self-funded one. In this example, you're all still getting your cash back of $122, but now you're also saving on your fuel. So you're double dipping. You're using your card to fund your self-funded fuel card. You're now also getting a savings of $6,480. So in this example, by simply funding your RTS self-funded fuel card using, let's say, the Spark Business Cash Card, which gives you 2% cash back, you're getting an additional amount of money back in savings. You're getting the $1,465 back from Capital One in your money back, all right, which is your cash back reward, plus you're saving $6,480 in fuel. Okay, so that's called double dipping. That's a powerful example of how just doing that simple thing you're already doing right now, if you're using a credit card for your business, and if, let's say, you're using a personal credit card, you want to get away from that, you want to get a business credit card, but using your credit card to fund your self-funded fuel card, you can benefit and double dip, especially if that has cashback rewards. All right, so this is an example of just the self-funded fuel card. I want to talk about something that comes in addition to this self-funded fuel card, which is the Pilot Flying J fuel card. This is an extra benefit. Once you get this card, Jay's going to also walk you through at RTS. He's going to actually apply for you to get the unlimited line of credit with Pilot Flying J. There's no credit check with this card as well, no fees. There's 750 locations with diesel discounts. So this is another benefit for you to have this unlimited line of credit with them. And if you want to know what stations can you use the Pilot Flying J, you can go to locations.pilotflyingj.com, and you can see right here, these are all the locations that you can use that particular card at. All right, so this is just really exciting because this is in addition to your self-funded card. I want to tell you that this card also reports to Dun & Bradstreet, so this is another benefit for you. I want to talk about the second fuel card, which is the RTS Fleet One fuel card. This one is issued by WEX. This is another type of fuel card that's available through RTS. This comes with a line of credit, so you're not funding this card. This is an actual line of credit, up to $3,200 line of credit per truck per week with this. This is a universal card you can use everywhere. And you get discounts at 2,500 locations, save 40 to 50 cents per gallon on gas on this card. This one, though, does run a credit check with your Experian business report. So if you don't have an established Experian business report, they're most likely going to run a credit check on you as an individual. So they're looking for a 670 or higher personal credit score to qualify for this particular card. This does report to Dun & Bradstreet, so this is another option for you. Now, if you're not sure which fuel card to apply for, don't worry, because when you fill out that form at truckingcard.com, Jay is going to decide which particular card is best for you based on doing an analysis with you, a pre-qual, and then he'll say this is the best card we need to apply for you based on your situation. All right, so that's another card. I want to give an example, though, with the RTS Fleet One fuel card issued by WEX and RTS. What's the benefit? If you're just using a credit card right now to fund your fuel for your trucking business or rideshare business, whatever it is, let's say you're pumping 1,500 gallons a month in gas, $4.07 per gallon of fuel. You're spending $6,100 a month in fuel, and your 2% cash back $122. So your totally monthly spend is $59.82 because we're deducting the cash back you get from that card. So with the Fleet One card, with the amount of money you save, 36 cents on an average gallon of gas, you're getting $540 savings per month. So instead of spending $59.82, you're spending $55.65. Okay, so you can see the savings amount here is pretty significant by just changing. Instead of using your card, you're now going to use an unsecured line here, your line of credit at Fleet One. So that's the benefits of using a self-funded one we just talked about, which you're going to load it using your credit card. You could do that, or you could use a debit card. But let's say you qualify for the line of credit here with Fleet One. We're going to share with you how not using your credit card anymore and just using this, you could save as well. All right, so that's where there's a diversity of strategies depending on what fuel card you get. The annual savings for you with the Fleet One card, just using a credit card and switching to your RTS Fleet One card, you're saving $417 more a month, which is $5,000 a year. Now, let's say you had a fleet of trucks. With 5 trucks, you'd save $25,000 a year in this example. So you can see the amount of savings that you can get with using a fuel card for your trucking business, how it benefits you. Plus, you're building business credit. There's also a third type of fuel card that RTS offers is a mixed fleet fuel card. Because there's some of you, we know you have maybe a diesel truck and you may have another vehicle for the business that runs on gas. So that's where you need a mixed fuel. You have one that runs gas, you have maybe 2 trucks that have diesel. So this is a mixed fleet fuel card. It's very similar to the Fleet One card. The only difference is the way it's coded that allows you to use it with gas and diesel. Again, up to $3,200 line of credit for this. Same discounts, same savings, and they also do the same thing. They pull a Experian commercial report, or they're going to run a personal credit check on you. Reports to Dun & Bradstreet as well. Now, some questions that you might have about these fuel cards is, can you use this for a rideshare business? Like I said, yes, you can, as long as your vehicle runs on diesel. Can you get this fuel card without being a trucker? Yes, if your vehicle runs on diesel, but also you want to make sure where you take it that there's stations, and that's something Jay can go over with you, that there's stations that you can use the card at. Are there any annual fees? No, there's no annual fees for these fuel cards. Does this fuel card help build business credit? Yes, they do. Is this fuel card designed? And yes, it is. It's specifically designed for small trucking companies and owner operators. So if you fall into that category, this is the type of fuel cards you want to apply for. So you want to go to truckingcard.com, and this is the simple page right here. You just fill this form out. You could click all 3 of these if you want, but there's the factoring services are incredible. You can watch that video right here if you want to know about factoring. We did a video on that with RTS. If you're interested in fuel, Jay will go over that with you as well. Some additional savings is they do have with their factoring services, the fuel discounts. This is just some highlights on their factoring services. After you go acquire your fuel card, if you want to explore some benefits on factoring for your trucking business, they can go over that with you as well. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. Make sure you check out our website, businesscreditbuilders.org. We're always coming out with new videos, new funding products and strategies to build business credit and benefit you as a business owner or a real estate investor. With that, make it a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.